Hey, fellow collectors, today we'll be taking a look at G.I. Joe Classified Series Cobra Crimson Viper. As you can see here, the Crimson Viper comes with the red Crimson outfit, some accessories, his artwork. If we look on the side, we see his artwork with a scan code, and on the back, we see his figure with its accessories, a couple of looks at the details, the attention wording, things like that. On the side, we have that. And if we want the UPC, there it is. All right, so let's get this sucker out of the box and see how cool he is. So before I take this guy out of the box, let's go ahead and see how much he weighs. And in the box, he comes out to 8.2 ounces. Okay, now that we have him out of the packaging, we can see that he does come with the normal background and the locker. And the locker says Crimson Viper, his number, and on the back it has the Cobra logo. We see his nice artwork here. Straight from the box, but just in black and white. We'll look at his accessories. He does come with this backpack. This is the normal Viper backpack. And I love the Cobra logo there. He comes with his scarf here, or however you want to call it, his neckerchief, whatever. He does come with some goggles here to go around a faceplate. And then he has his pistol. And we have the Viper gun. All right. As we pull the figure in closer, we can see this red motif works pretty good for a Crimson Soldier. We have the Cobra logo there. Everything's done in red and black. Mine does have a little discoloration here. It's just weird to have that. It's almost like his skin is showing through, or they didn't paint it all the way through. But anyway, yeah, nice level of detail. See the pads on his boots and knee pads and his armor. Overall nice. And this is a total remold, recolor of the Crimson Viper from Cobra Island and the Cobra Island 3-pack. So let's put on his accessories and get him booted up. Okay, now that we have him suited up, we can see here he does hold his rifle, and he has these goggles on for a visor. It's about as much sense as wearing a mask in your car for COVID, you know. Anyway, so as we look at him, it's definitely all his weapons are gray, so it adds to that gray armor that he has on here. Go ahead and get that out of the way because it's just plain silly. So yeah, he can look up, look down, left and right. This handkerchief just shifts out of the way, so it's not that bad. His arms can do the normal standard G.I. Joe. This one wants to be a little difficult, so I'm not going to force the issue. But yeah, he has a bicep swivel, the double jointed elbow, the wrist that goes around. He can't do the bend because of the outfit, but he can do waist swivel. His legs are the normal G.I. Joe, does a pretty good split. We see here he does have the thigh swivel at the top, which will allow the double bend at the knee and a good ankle pivot. As I get his head back on here, we can set him back up. And what we'll do is we'll bring in some of the other Vipers that we've had before from the Viper 3-pack, which these in-weapon accessories are always nice. So you can see how he looks on at the other Vipers. Definitely fits in nicely because it is the same mold. They've reused this mold several times, and they probably will again eventually. The Python Patrol Viper, the Python Patrol this. So definitely, let's stop with the recolorings. Let's get some new figures. That definitely would help. But I do like the Viper look, the Viper weapons and everything like that. But so if you like G.I. Joe, you'll know that this figure already comes in at the normal G.I. Joe 6.5 inches. And the figure weighs a normal amount for a G.I. Joe figure at 4.8 ounces. So final thoughts on this guy. Yeah, I get it. We're having the Crimson and the Python Patrol figures, and they're great to add on to that. But let's start pulling the other lines, the other Grenier, the Iron Greniers, and all those ones from Destro's side of the house. Definitely would add to the Cobra forces, and I'm glad that we got the Steel Core and the Grunt figure so we can have some G.I. Joe Army builds. So as always, guys, like, subscribe, and keep collecting.